Welcome to the T-Pac Arcade. Today's game is Stronghold for the Atari 2600. In this 1983 shoot-'em-up from CommaVid, you're on a space security mission to destroy fortified asteroids. Which sounds like a lot to ask of a security detail, especially because you're out here in a fragile little ship that looks like a cosmic lollipop. Doesn't exactly inspire a whole lot of confidence in the mission. But what is your mission? Well, it's a two-part assault. First, as you approach the asteroid, you have to make your way through defense drones, which zigzag up from the bottom of the screen. And second, once you reach the asteroid, the command crawler appears, guarded by a sliding 3-layered barrier shield. You've got to blast chunks out of the shield to expose the crawler, then vaporize it to clear the stronghold. But the trick is, you've got to make sure it doesn't vaporize you first, as it shoots lasers up through the barrier gaps. And you've got to dodge interceptors and patrollers guarding the shield and flying around in the upper playfield. Easier said than done. But at least you do get 5 lives, and you earn a new one for each Stronghold asteroid you clear. It feels sort of like getting free candy as your stock of lollipop ships increases, but they don't exactly last too long since the enemies get faster the further you get, and more shield patrollers show up to smash your sugary ship. And what defenses might your sugary ship have at its disposal? Well, not many. Just a simple cannon whose shots cancel out whenever you fire again, but at least it can aim in 6 directions. Up, down, and the 4 diagonals. And some game variations give you rapid fire, so you can just hold down the action button to spam lasers as fast as they contact a hazard. Not too useful for the drone sections, since the hazards are so far apart as they zigzag around, but incredibly useful for the command crawler sections, since auto-fire will chew through those barrier shields in no time. In total, there are 16 game variations for Stronghold, each offering a different mix of 4 settings. Whether or not you have rapid fire, as I mentioned, whether or not the drones are armored, aka indestructible, whether or not there are mega fields, which descend in the asteroid sections to compress the playfield, but honestly, these move so slow that you probably won't even notice they're there, and whether or not the drones come in pairs. Now, drone pairs sound like they'd be a real pain, but I figured out that as long as you hug the edge of the screen, you really only have to shoot and dodge one of each duo as they bounce against the border of the playfield. Plus, blasting either drone in a pair destroys them both. Neat. And this is still a good strategy for single drones too, since you don't have to worry about getting trapped in a crisscross. Using the edges to your advantage is also helpful for the asteroid sections, since you can fly from one border of the screen to the other to shake off patrollers, then blast through the barriers to the command crawler as it approaches. And you definitely want to attack the command crawler at an angle, because it tends to shoot its lasers faster than you, so your cosmic lollipop will be nothing but sugary space dust if you try to get it from directly above. But aside from sugary space dust, Stronghold has plenty of sugary space designs. The graphics here are definitely unconventional, but endearing nonetheless. And I love the constant kinetic energy in the asteroid sections, with the crawling laser cannon below, the rotating patrollers above, and the sliding piecemeal barrier in the middle. It's the kind of thing you see at a glance and say, I have no clue what's going on here, but I really want to play this game. And for some reason, I'm craving lollipops now. And that high energy contrasts nicely with the mostly ambient background hums and whooshes, at least as far as it isn't drowned out by your trilling blaster noise, especially as it hammers rapid fire at the barrier shield. Don't let these candy-coated aesthetics lull you into a false sense of security, because Stronghold is mercilessly difficult. It took me a few days of practice just to clear the first asteroid with any degree of consistency, to the extent that my only goal was to simply destroy at least one command crawler and score at least 1,000 points in every game variation. But I finally started getting the hang of things after a week of playing, and even managed to clear 6 asteroids and rack up a score of almost 4K on my best run of the default game. Mind you, I was still playing on easy mode with both difficulty switches set to B, because otherwise the game starts you on later asteroids where enemies are so fast that I only last a few seconds before losing all my space lollipops, and all my pride. The most novel aspect of Stronghold is that your cannon can shoot in every direction except sideways, which seems weird, but it's actually a good design choice, because the barrier shield patrollers wouldn't be a threat to you if you could just blast them away laterally. And speaking of the barrier shields, that's probably my favorite part of the game. Granted, it is a little annoying that they regenerate over time, but at least that lets you point press the asteroid sections, since eating away at the shields is the fastest way to inflate your high score. But if I could change one thing here, I would rethink the scoring on the drone sections. On indestructible drone variations, you can't even get any points, which just feels disappointing. So maybe it would be better to balance things out by replacing every few drones with bonus items or something, so you can still boost your score without using your cannon. Overall, Stronghold may burden itself with a tough learning curve, but it also appeases itself with cosmic laser lollipops. So long live sugary space security.